What's up? What's up? What's up? How y'all doing? Hey, little baby. How you doing, boo? How is your Monday? Hey, JJ from the BK. How you doing? How's y'all Monday doing? How was y'all Monday going? Yep. I thought I'd pop on here because I'm not gonna be able to go live. So y'all gonna be mad at me because y'all been spoiled. But I'm not gonna be able to go live again until probably Thursday. No, Friday. Friday. Me too, girl. I just got finished cooking dinner. It doesn't feel like a Monday. Well, what it feel like to you? Feel like a Friday? You feel like you done already worked the whole week? Feel like you done already gave them people 40 hours of your time? Child, I understand. Hey, Stephanie Renee, how you doing? Child, let me tell y'all what happened to me today. Days like this make me want to shut down my YouTube channel. Let me tell y'all what happened to me today. So I'm in class, right? Minding my business, doing my job, teaching my kids. And this little girl comes wandering in my room. I said, yes, can I help you? Now, we got 2,000 kids in our school. I don't know everybody. I don't know all these children. So she comes wandering in my room. So she's going to say, and I knew she was up to no good when she walked in the door. First of all, she's supposed to be in class. Hey, what's up, Laura? How you doing? Hey, Nicole. Hey, Jen. How you doing? Jonathan. Hey, boo. So I knew she was up to no good anyway when she walked in the door. So she's going to say, oh, I have a note for somebody. I said, you don't have a note for anybody in my room. You don't just come walking up in my class. Hey, Shakira, you don't come walking up in my class delivering mail. Hell. So then she, and she's looking around like she doesn't even know who she's looking for. And she kept looking. It was almost like she came in my classroom on a dare. Like, I feel like her friends dared her to do this, right? So she kept looking at my door and looking back and looking at my door, looking real nervous. I said, what do you want? Like, who are you here to see, sweetheart? So then the way my classroom, I'm on a corner. So I have a door on either side of my classroom, one side of the hallway and the other side of the hallway. So she starts walking away from me, right? Because I'm trying to, I don't want to put my hands on the girl, but I'm like, I need you to leave my room. So she starts walking towards the other exit. And at the last minute, she drops a piece of paper on somebody's desk and walks out the room, right? I looked at my student. I said, don't you touch that piece of paper. Because it was clear that the girl didn't know who she was looking for, or if the person she was looking for was deeper into the classroom and she didn't feel comfortable enough walking that far in my room. So I pick up the piece of paper. Child, why on the piece of paper is my YouTube channel and my Instagram name written down, talking about something, please subscribe. I said, these churns. So if you're watching right now, hey, boo, hey, girl. And I don't do nothing wrong on here. I mean, I just do my little bit of reviews and I do my lives with y'all. But it's just like, golly, just a distraction. But it was just funny the way it went down because it was just, she looked like she was scared. And again, she was just putting it on some random person's desk. But anyway, my Instagram is locked. My Instagram is locked, so they can't get on my Instagram. But of course, I can't stop them from getting on YouTube. I mean, I can't control YouTube, Right. So yeah, it was cute. Okay, cute. Child, they ain't too young to be messy, girl. They start being messy at a good old young age, honey. Hold on, y'all. Yes, they are messy at a very good old age. Exactly. That's what I feel like. I mean, because the way she did it, and again, she wasn't rude to me. You know what I mean? Like, she wasn't rude. She was smiling and stuff, but it was funny. It was funny to me. It didn't make me mad. It didn't make me mad, like, per se. I mean, I was mad that she came in the middle of my damn class, but I wasn't mad, like, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is, I was a kid once, and, when you found out some information about a teacher, I remember when we found out a teacher's first name was a big deal. You know what I mean? Her first name is such and such and such. Now, because of email and stuff, they know our first name is not a big deal because, you know, our name, you know, the school email has our name on it. So, but I remember knowing your teacher's first name was a big deal. So, yeah, it sounded like it was a dare. Hey, Quintessential. I addressed, I'm going to say this to you. I feel, and if I didn't, let me know. But I feel like I addressed your question about looking for a bed and breakfast or Airbnb in DC. I don't, off the top of my head, know of any. But you guys are planning. You know, you're giving yourselves enough time to plan. Excuse me. What I can do though is I have a few of my friends who are active Zetas in the area, and I can find out from them if their chapters. Hey, what's up, J Dot? I can find out if their chapters are offering any type of information or any type of discounted rates or anything. I mean, I'm sure you've gotten information on the official hotel and stuff like that, but they may be doing something, you know, locally. And I can reach out to them and find out if there's any information as far as that's concerned. But again, off the top of my head, and you said a bed and breakfast, baby, I'm not going to say DC don't have no bed and breakfasts because I'm sure somebody will call me, will find one and I'll be wrong. But just off the top of my head, I don't have nothing. I will say this. If any of your chapter members or anybody you know has a timeshare, there are a few. If they have a timeshare through Wyndham, there's some Wyndham properties that have facilities. They have one at the National Harbor, which is probably going to be close to where you guys are going to. If y'all are staying at the National Harbor, there's a Wyndham property there, and there's a Wyndham property in Old Town Alexandria. And I'm getting ready to bring on a special guest, y'all. Give me a second. And then Old Town Alexandria has a Wyndham, and that's not too far from the National Harbor. So again, if you know anybody that has that, welcome my little brother to the chat, y'all. My little.
I ain't no special guest. Listen, I damn near got keys to the house.
What you saying?
I ain't no special guest. I damn near got keys to the house over here.
You ain't lying. You ain't never lied. You ain't never lied.
Let me say this. Let me say this real fast. I am not trying to take over ReallyBTV, and I owe her. I'm gonna have to let her take over one of my. I'm gonna get StreamYard. But there was something that I told her that I wanted to say.
He's trying to take over.
No, I'm not. Dear God. So I'm gonna let you take over one of my Thursday happy hours. Huh?
I said like he was on that gentleman's panel taking over. I'm just joking.
Because you know, the people will run with that. They will run with the narrative, dear God.
You're right, they will. No, so first of all, let me say, so Quintessential, let me finish this up with you, baby. You said you have a few addresses you got through Airbnb. I know I'm slow with my Instagram response, but drop those addresses in my Instagram and I can look those addresses up for you, okay? But yeah, I will definitely reach out to, like I said, I have a few friends who are very active locally with Zeta. Matter of fact, I have one of my girlfriends, and I'll reach out to her tonight. She is like a regional officer, I believe, and so I'll definitely reach out to her because I'm sure that they'll be doing something regionally in reference to y'all centennial. So I would definitely try to reach out and just get some more information for you. But yeah, drop those addresses for me and I can let you know if those are places that you want to stay or don't want to stay.
They are having their centennial, huh?
Huh? What'd you say, El Teddy?
They are having their centennial next year, huh? Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and Quintessential was reaching out to me about, you know, some addresses in some local areas where her and some of her chapter members can stay. That's not real expensive.
I got some good friends that are Zetas.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. I have some well anyway, we ain't going down that. We ain't going down the Divine Nine Road.
Okay.
So hey everybody, welcome to the room. El Teddy, did you hear my story? Did I tell you my story? I talked to you earlier, but I didn't tell you about what happened to me earlier today, did I?
I feel like my hat is off today. Like I feel off. I don't know. What I'm gonna put it up like that, like I'm Dwayne Wayne from back in the day.
Okay, you look fine. You look fine, boo. Hey, Lady D. I told you about the girl who busted my classroom today. No, I didn't. Your face tells me I didn't tell you this story. So I was telling the chat, and then we'll get to the hashtags. I was telling the chat, I said, it's days like today that make me want to just shut my YouTube channel down, honey. So,
oh, you did tell me. You did tell me.
I told you about that. I said, so the little girl done came busting in my room with my, and I didn't realize she had my Instagram name and the YouTube name written on there. And like I was telling the chat, I feel like it was a dare because the way it went down, somebody dared her to do it. But my thing was, if y'all wasn't hanging out in the hallway, y'all should have had y'all tails in class. You wouldn't have nothing to worry about. But if you watching right now, hey boo, hey girl. Anyway, let's get to these hashtags because I gotta get off here because the game, I gotta watch the game. Let me tell y'all something. Anybody if you are a football fan in the room, put a 1 in the chat. If you are a football fan, put a 1 in the chat. If you are a football fan.
And you know what? I think there's a way for you to put the chats inside this inside thing.
I think it is too. I have to play around with this. I just
don't know how to do it because I'm on my phone, so I don't see nothing. And my laptop is way in the room.
All right, we got a couple of ones. So look, a couple of reasons why I'm bringing that up. Reason number 1 is because that's why I gotta get off here because my team plays at 8:00. So that's 8:30, whatever. That's why I gotta get off here. 2, I am winning. Knock on wood, y'all. Y'all wish me luck. I got to get through these last 4 quarters, but if I get through these last 4 quarters, honey, L baby don't put a 0-0. Anyway, if I get through these last 4 quarters, honey, I win my my FanDuel league 2 weeks in a row. Now, the reason number 3 is L Teddy. I don't know if y'all peeped it or not, but L Teddy does his picks Sunday mornings for y'all FanDuelers and fantasy football leaguers and all that good stuff. And this week, now last week it was a little 50-50. But this week he had almost you were damn near 90% of your predictions this week. Did pretty good, y'all. Did pretty good. And I did an experiment. Now I didn't win no money off of my experiment off of that one. But I'm winning money off me. I'm winning money off of the money league that me and El Teddy, he walked me through it. So anyway, so I just want to let y'all know, y'all make sure y'all check out El Teddy on Sunday mornings and get them good football picks if you in a fantasy league or you just interested in hearing all that good stuff.
And drop the dog baby $1 or $2. Drop the dog baby $1 or $2. If you win something, you win $20. Drop me 20 cents.
Well, I already told you.
Give me my 10%.
I already told you if I get through these next 4 quarters and I come out on top, boo, I'm cash apping you something. You already told you, boo. I already told you I'm cash apping you something. So look, y'all, let's get through these hashtags, y'all. Let's get through these hashtags. So first off, I'm gonna tell y'all something now. I knew that the Emmys were coming on last night, but the Emmys just don't do it for me. But I meant to tape the Emmys because I knew, hey, what's up, Queen Stars? How you doing, baby? I meant to tape it because I knew there was so many groundbreaking or potentially groundbreaking categories and just people that I wanted to root for. But I wanted to tape it so I could fast forward through the stuff I didn't want to see. But I forgot to tape it. So I woke up this morning, obviously, to the wonderful news about Billy Porter, about Jerome.
Don't mess up my boo name. That's the boo. We go all the way back to Moonlight. Hello.
I know. Him winning his award, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I got up this morning, and just like a lot of people who's addicted to their dang phone. Hey, Deirdre. I scroll. I wake up in the morning and I start scrolling, and it was an alert on my phone that Billy Porter won. And I'm not gonna lie, I immediately went to YouTube and Googled his acceptance speech because I know Billy gave it to the girls. I know he did. And so I looked at his acceptance speech, and then I saw that you know how YouTube, you look at one video, it feeds you into a different video. And so it fed me right into Jerome's acceptance speech. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I was in tears this morning. I was standing there brushing my teeth, honey.
Jerome had me all caught up. Y'all.
And both of them, for very different reasons, had me emotional. The obvious being Billy Porter being the first man of color, or person of color, period, openly gay person of color to win this award. And do you know that he's only an Oscar away from being an EGOT?
Right.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know he had won. I knew he had won a Tony, but
He had already won a Grammy.
I did not know he had won a Grammy. Did he win a Grammy for Kinky Boots as well?
I think it was for Kinky Boots, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken. Somebody will fact check us.
Yeah.
But I know it was for one of his Broadway. Hey, Stephanie. For one of the Broadway. And hey, everybody else in the chat. Shondo to everybody in the chat who might be saying hi to me. I can't see your stuff. So
I'm trying to put them up on the comment. I mean, on the thing. I'm trying to put the thing.
And all my little boos that I flirt with. Hey.
Ain't nobody in here. Well, J Dot is in here. Do you flirt with J Dot?
I flirt with anybody with a twig and berries. Hello, twig and berries. XY chromosomes.
Anyway, well, J Dot is in the room for you to flirt with. Yes, little baby, snot tears over the toothbrush, baby. Snot tears over the toothbrush. So, now again, for two very different reasons, they had me emotional. But for those who don't know what an EGOT is when you win all of the awards. You win an Emmy, a Tony, an Oscar, and a Grammy. And it's a very elite group because there are not that many people. John Legend is the newest inductee. He just won an Emmy last year, which gave him the full EGOT. Whoopi Goldberg is an EGOT.
Yeah, Whoopi Goldberg is. I know she was one of the first Black to get all four. Wasn't she the first one? I think she was the first one.
And let me tell you something. If y'all listen to the podcast and y'all know how I feel about Whoopi Goldberg, you better not say nothing about Whoopi Goldberg. I love me some Whoopi Goldberg. I love her. So moving on. All right. So anyway, but El Teddy said, "Are you gonna go live?" I said, "Yeah, I'm going live." Because what I was telling him, El Teddy, is this gonna be my last live until about Friday, because tomorrow I can't go live because I have a meeting after work. Wednesday is back to school night. Thursday we're gonna be over your place having happy hour, so I can't do it again until Friday. So let's go.
I mean, if you want, I'll let you infiltrate for me on my channel on Thursday.
We coming to your place for happy hour. Yes, it was for Kinky.
That's what I'm saying. I'll try to download this StreamYard foolery and see how that works.
Yeah, and if you download StreamYard, I'll come over there with you. But yeah, yes, it was for Best Musical Theater Album. It was for Kinky Boots in 2000. Okay. Absolutely. Thank y'all for my fact checkers in the chat. Appreciate y'all.
Fact checkers.
So I did not realize that. And let me tell you something. His acting skills, all he needs is the right role, and he got an Oscar. He just needs to get the right role because he has the chops to win an Oscar. His acting ability can get him there. If he can find a Pray Tell type role in a movie, and I don't mean just reincarnate Pray Tell. I mean a role that brings all those emotions that Pray Tell brings. Oh yeah, he definitely got it. Bobo said he gonna bring the cups. I know that's right to the happy hour. Amen. Make sure they red solos.
Right. Watch this. So real quick about red solo. I know we were talking about Divine Nine earlier. When I was pledging, we had to find solo cups that were not red and white because we weren't allowed to have.
Exactly. Y'all weren't allowed to have red and white cups.
Trying to find them things was like back in the day. This is back late 90s. Was like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Now they got all kinds of colors.
Yeah, now they got all kinds of colors.
Baby, we have to settle with the liquor store clear ones.
Y'all better come through with the fact check. Liza Minnelli, Harry Belafonte, Quincy Jones are all EGOTs. Thank you. Let me tell you something, but it is very few of them. It's a very elite club, You better come through with the fact check, little baby. Let me know who else are EGOTs. I know that's right. And you gave me 2 out of the 3 are people of color. I know that's right. I didn't realize Liza Minnelli was an EGOT. I'm not shocked by it. I just didn't know it. Okay. All right then. Quintessential says she bring blue solo cups. I bet you wasn't bringing no blue solo cups when you was pledging.
I bet you wasn't.
I bet you were not.
Not unless it was for the sorors only party that y'all was, supplying all of the supplies, drinks, and liquors.
Right. Yeah. Unless you was right. Yeah. Unless you was buying for the party. Yeah. I said Whoopi Goldberg. That was the first one I mentioned because Whoopi Goldberg is my godmama in my head. But anyway.
In your head.
So.
Listen, can we talk about how great Jumpin' Jack Flash is as a movie, dear God?
People rag on Jumpin' Jack Flash.
I love Jumpin' Jack Flash. Love it.
You know what other movie by her I love? Addie, when she was the coach for the Knicks. Mm-hmm. It's just a silly, campy movie. Why do people have to be so damn serious. Okay, start your birthday turn up Thursday. Okay, well, come on over to happy hour with us over at L. Teddy's page. That's what we're going to be doing it. We'll take a birthday shot with you. We'll take a birthday shot.
We sure will.
L. Teddy.
Really, give me a second. I'm having one technical. Somebody just called me. It threw off my audio. Hold on 1 second.
Okay. All right. Well, he'll be back in a moment. You love that movie, J-Dot. Me too. I love Eddie. I think it is such a cute movie. But I love most of. I ain't gonna say I love all of Whoopi Goldberg's movies, but I love Whoopi Goldberg. Like I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Hey, super chat. Yes, girl, you in danger, girl. Yes, Ghost with the you in danger. And you know she hates that when people do that to her. You know she hates that, right? Long walk home. Now, Karina, they could have kept. I wasn't crazy about Karina.
Say what y'all want to say. Both sister acts are some of her top, some of her best work. Top 5 Whoopi Goldberg films. You got to put the sister act. I'll let you put them in as one, but they are making your top 5 for Whoopi Goldberg films. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. So, El Teddy, we have been speaking, and you wanted to. I'm gonna give you the honor. In honor of James Baldwin, but also because of your English background and you used to teach that speech to your children. Share with me the quote that Billy Porter gave. Do you have it in front of you?
I don't have it in front of me, but I know the gist of it by
memory. We're paraphrasing James Baldwin.
I'll paraphrase it. The quote paraphrase that you can go look it up says that I spent years of my life vomiting up the filth that people told me about myself to relieve myself of that thing so that I could navigate through this life and feel that I belonged. And that's such a powerful statement because not only when you Black do people tell you how horrible you are as an individual and how you don't belong, they tell you how filthy you are as an individual. But when you add on being a part of the spectrum, the LGBTQIA, B, C, D, E, F, G spectrum onto that, there's a lot of filth that people attach to you that you just have to eat your whole life. And he had this real big quote, and I believe it's in the early 70s, where he said, I spent years vomiting up all of the filth that people had attached to me my whole life just so I could finally feel like I belong here, feel that I belonged here on earth.
And I thought the statement "feel that I belong" was so deep because, you know, you do belong. But being on the outside looking in, like I understand it. I obviously I don't understand it from a LGBTQ point of view, but I understand it from a Black woman point of view. You know, I do. So it you know, it just came through. I'll tell you absolutely right. I need to read that every single day. Yeah, I mean, I that just hit me first thing this morning. Like, you know, of course I knew Billy Porter was ready to give it to the girls. He looked gorgeous as always. I loved the outfit. The hat was everything.
The hat was everything. I'm a hat person.
And that little sequence tuxedo thing he had
but
going.
Let me see the great thing about it is Billy Porter is so calculated.
Absolutely.
And what he did. See, a lot of people are not familiar with James Baldwin.
Right.
And it's a shame if you are Black and don't know who James Baldwin is, because James Baldwin did so much for Black African Americans, specifically around the world, that people really don't understand. Whereas you had a Dr. King that was doing a whole lot for Black people here in America, it was the James Baldwins of the world that was coming out of New York that traveled the world to tell the world what Black people were experiencing internationally, that put more pressure on the American government to pass certain laws. So it was twofold. It wasn't just with what was happening domestically, but it was also happening internationally with people like a James Baldwin. But my point was, James Baldwin was gay and was not ashamed of being gay. But right. James Baldwin talked a lot about the fact that he always said, I know I'm an ugly man. And he knew people felt some type of way because of the way he looked. And Billy Porter, early in his career, often said that he felt like he wasn't given a lot of chances because people didn't feel like he had the look, or that he fit into the mold that they wanted him to fit in. So he had to take lesser roles and lesser parts. And that was this homage he was paying to someone who felt the exact same way, but certainly does not get the notoriety that he probably should in this country and amongst Black people. How many times? Put a 1 in the chat if during Black History Month they taught you James Baldwin. I can't see the chat, but I'm sure Really Be with TV would tell, because that's just not one of the standards. James Baldwin is not one of the standards that you hear about during Black History Month.
And I don't mean no harm, but James Baldwin is not. He was not the most attractive. However, his writing was absolutely. Abby said nope. Okay, just as a sidebar, Carolyn Alexander said $55,000 worth of diamonds was on Billy Porter's. Those weren't Cuban zirconia on his tuxedo, baby. That was real.
Yeah, come through. We got our fact checkers.
You know that outfit will be hanging in the Smithsonian, right? Maybe the African American Smithsonian, but that outfit's gonna be in the Smithsonian. I'm ready for the Billy Porter story. Absolutely. He's not talked about. There's a really good documentary, Abby, it's on YouTube. I mean, YouTube. It's probably on YouTube, but it's on Netflix. It was a really good documentary on James Baldwin. What is it? I'm not sure.
I recommend 2 documentaries: the Bayard Rustin documentary and the James Baldwin documentary. If you are a Black gay male and you have not watched the documentary on James Baldwin and Bayard Rustin, you have cheated yourself. I'm just telling you what I know. Pioneers in the Black gay community. Pioneers.
Yes, I need that tuxedo in the dress in the museum because it was everything. Yes, it was. Yeah, that tuxedo dress was everything.
It can sit right next to the legendary Michelle Obama inauguration dress from 2008. Because I lived for that inauguration dress from Michelle Obama.
I did not like it. I did not like her inauguration dress. I did not.
I loved it. Loved it.
Sorry. Yeah, that James Baldwin documentary was great. Now, on the opposite end of the spectrum, we had Jarrell Jerome.
My boo.
Your boo. Who gave his acceptance speech. And of course, he gave homage to the Exonerated Five, but he also gave homage to his mom, who he brought with him to the Emmys. He gave homage to his dad, and he said to him, and he spoke to him in Spanish. I'm so glad that we are finally seeing people of color as more than Black and white. We have so many of our color people of color stars that are up and coming that don't fit into a Black and white category. And I love it when they get up on a national stage and they remind you, look, I am more than Black and white. I am Puerto Rican. I am Cuban. I am half this and half that. People wanted to rag on Cardi B. Oh, she not Black. She not Black. Cardi B was like, I never said I was. I never pretended to be Black. You assumed I was Black. And so it's like, I love to see it. And then of course, the Exonerated Five were there. And so, and when that was those 2 moments, I remember when they panned the crowd, Billy Porter got a standing ovation when he gave his acceptance speech, and Jarrell Jerome got a standing ovation when he gave his acceptance speech. And of course, when he nodded to the Exonerated Five, and of course to Corey, who they call King Corey. I love Corey. Like, what
I will be very listen. Can I be honest here, Really BTV? I have not yet watched that Netflix series because I was already aware of that. I had already seen the previous features that were done. And from what everybody was saying, as a Black male, I couldn't handle it. I already said to myself, nope, not going down that road. Nope, not even gonna let them take me through that rabbit hole. I have seen snippets of some of the best portions of it from Jarrell Jerome's acting, ability. I've watched that because I Google my boos. I Googled them. But I've seen some of the snippets of some of his best moments in the feature, but I can't sit through it. I'm not gonna let it trigger me because I come out of the ghetto. I come out of the ghetto, and I lived that. I was almost goddamn in jail myself because they thought I looked like somebody else. Because they said, "Oh yeah, you fit the bill."
You ain't know me then. A couple of months ago, we actually talked about this on my podcast, and honestly, we had this conversation because a lot of my Black male friends, most of my guy friends have not looked at it, and they were like, "I cannot." And a couple of my friends who
actually, I was watching you back then just from the bushes. I just wasn't saying nothing because I see that. I was a busher. I was getting bit by ants. You just didn't know. I was there. Because then y'all brought the podcast onto your channel.
I did.
And then, I'm telling you, I was there. I was in the bushes. Baby, I ain't new to this. I ain't flew here. I grew here. I ain't flew here. I grew here.
All right, my bad. I'm bad. And I will say this, but that's what a lot of my friends, especially like I said, I have friends who grew up in New York, and they were like, "I lived it. Like I don't need to." I remember, one of my friends went to school with Yusef because he was talented and gifted, and Yusef went to, and they went to school together. He was like, we weren't best friends, but I knew him. Like we went.
I'm gonna tell you a movie that's gonna come out that I'm dreading. The Trayvon Martin story is eventually gonna come out. And Trayvon Martin, if you remember, went to the school where I taught. Okay? The school where I taught. So that's another situation. Like, I think, how you have moments in your life you remember. I remember one of my fellow teachers sent me, like, when all of this was going down, when the court case was going down, and I refused to watch the court case. But they sent me an email, and in the email, I opened it up, and to this day, I'm upset. It was the picture that they showed in the court case of his body laid out on the ground, after he was dead.
Yeah.
That was it. I was ready to go on the glory. I couldn't even contest. I was ready to go on the glory. Ready to go.
Well, that was the last time I've been to Miami. I was in Miami the week of the trial. And I was in Miami when the verdict came down. And it was my last night in Miami, actually. And I just remember being it just took the whole air out of the room. Like it was our last night there. We were in the room because I was at the timeshare. So we had like a mini apartment, and we were cooking up the last of the food and drinking up the last of the liquor and playing cards and just having a good time listening to the radio. And it came out on the news wire that they found him not guilty, and it just I couldn't get on a plane fast enough out of Miami. I just couldn't get out of there fast, and I've not been back. And I said I wasn't going to go back until they got rid of Stand Your Ground, but this summer when I went to Florida was the first time I've been to Florida since then. I don't know. So I understand, and I can't imagine that I worked that, I can't imagine that, I can't imagine it. A lot of people are saying that you, and again, I understand why you haven't, but it is therapeutic. It is a must see. His performance is, wow. And I had to take breaks. I could not binge watch it. I could not watch it all the way through. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't finished it. I stopped because I was like, all right, I know how the rest of this ends. I stopped at the part where Jarrell Jerome's, Corey, where the guy who actually did it went to the DA and confessed. And at that point, I was like, okay, I know how the rest of this goes. Like, I just didn't have any more to give it. I was like, all right, I saw what I needed to see. I saw the story, but I just didn't have no more to give it. You know what I mean? And I kept saying, okay, I'll go back, because it was only like maybe 30 minutes left. But at that point, I was like, okay.
I mean, for me, I live in a city and you can relate living in a city like DC. When you live in some of these large urban centers where this is life for you every day, I just don't need to be reminded every day. I live in Miami where we've had nationally known riots here in Miami that got national notoriety, lived through them. and all of that goes along with it. Being from Miami, we got the Trayvon Martin situation and stuff like that. Being from I mean, it's just so much. And so I understand when people say, yeah, you probably, but I watched the original documentaries and stuff on the Central Park Five.
Yeah,
so I already know how it goes. You know what I'm saying? This wasn't new to me. And so that's why I feel like, listen, this is an everyday life. I wasn't born in suburbia. I wasn't born in an affluent neighborhood. I was born on food stamps. I was born poor, not even poor enough to be poor, but I was born poor. And so I know that when it's multiple times a month occasion where you walking down the street, police roll up on you and your friends, and they throw you to the ground, and you inhaling gas fumes off the asphalt and getting damn near first degree burns from the heat of the asphalt. I don't need no reminders of how horrible.
That's the thing.
United States of America is.
A lot of my friends who are Black men who are in this age range, they feel that way. I kept Lady T. Hold on, I kept Lady T's comment up there because, oh my goodness, Lady T. She said that she lived a block up the street and that her boyfriend almost got caught up in the mess. That she knew the Central Park Five and she can't watch the movie because she lived it. I cannot imagine. Knowing.
See, that's what I'm saying.
I can't imagine because when you see the movie and you see, and I mean the documentary too, but but when you see how. About the curse, how random it was, just how freaking random, but for the grace of God go I. Corey, who got it the worst, simply went to the police station with Yusef because Yusef was his friend and Yusef wasn't street smart, and Corey said, I'll go with him. I mean, the police sort of, goaded him into it, but Corey said, yeah, I'll go with him. And the fact that he didn't even have to go. And he got it the worst because he was the oldest. He was sent to adult prison. The rest of them got to go to juveniles. Oh my God.
The sobering part of this all is there are so many hundreds, if not thousands of cases that this is still happening right now. And there are no movies made about this. There are no television programs about this. There's no newspaper articles. There's no YouTube videos about this. There are no hashtags or anything. And this happens thousands upon millions of times. And so that's why sometimes I have to turn it off, because as much as, I blame us. And I don't even know how we going down this rabbit hole, but I do have to say a couple things. I blame us as African Americans, as Black people. Why? Because we got to a point during the 80s and 90s where we let our guard down. And I say this all the time. I teach this to my Black kids. We let our guard down. A lot of things. See, that was around a time where a lot of Black people that grew up poor started to, make a little money, move to more affluent neighborhoods, have a little nice paying job, status, notoriety, 401k, all of this, that, and the third. We started to see ourselves on television more. We started to see our music played more, this, that, and the third. And we thought, and we were disillusioned enough to think that America was moving in the right direction in terms of race and all things involving, the whole racial thing. And so, beneath the surface, there were things that were going. There were the Clinton years where they were putting all of these things in place. Well, it started with the Ronald Reagan years with the DARE and the war on drugs that was arresting us during the Ronald Reagan era, and that continued through the Clinton era, where the Clintons put a whole lot of things in place that incarcerated much more African Americans than had ever been incarcerated before. And we let our guard down because we were making a little piece of coin, and we drank the Kool-Aid and thought that the country was going in a better direction. And now is being brought to light in the information age. Now that we have all of this social media, cameras everywhere, that it never went anywhere. If anything, it got worse. Let
me pause real quick. I'm listening. Let me pause real quick. I'm missing people, and I don't want to be rude. I want to speak to everybody. So, shouts out to Lori Sullivan, Laura Virgo, Lynn doing the dude, Carolyn Alexander. I already spoke to my girl, Lil Baby, Vovo to Love, Hey Cookie, Deirdre Haney, Stephanie Renee, Shanetta Dewberry.
Sound like we got a lot of people in the chat. How many people we got watching us?
We got 40 people in the chat, man.
Come on, 40.
Jonathan Ford, Day Dot, Quintessential, my girl Abby in the house, best mod in the land. She up in
so I'm not a good mod. That's how you feel? That's how you feel?
You ain't mod.
I ain't a good mod.
What up, Jamila Marshall? You ain't modding. Super chat in the house. Lady T, and thank you for sharing your story with us. I'm really moved by your story, girl. You just don't know. I can't imagine that. Lady V, Raphael in the house. No, you don't start flirting with Raphael. Yeah, okay.
They have no fun.
My girl that lived down the street. How you doing, girl? All right, I think I'm almost caught up with everybody. Rochelle Perkins, because people were coming in while we were talking, and I didn't want to be rude. Miss Old School 32. Hey, y'all. Hey, Miss Mars in the house. All right. Miss Sylvia Williams. All right. Let's see here. I think we almost caught up. Okay, Malia Oyen, and I know I say your name wrong every time. Miss Queenie's in the house. Okay, then.
Hey, everybody. Shondo.
Yeah, we can never let our guard down. Yeah, I saw that Shawnetta, that bull hockey. Okay, hold on. So, El Teddy, because I might be getting ready to bring on another guest before we get off of here real quick. All right, so you watched Power, didn't you? Okay, so tell me what you think about Power. Give it to me.
I think it was the best episode yet this season, but I'm still in the vein of take it out back and put it out of its misery. That's just how I feel. Take it out back and put it out of its misery. This episode, a couple of things stuck out to me. Great writing means that I should not have known within the first 5 to 10 minutes of this episode that this was going to be Proctor's last episode. You and I talked about this. I knew definitely within the first 10 minutes of the episode, but certainly, but possibly in the first 5 minutes, you knew in the first times we saw Proctor, his movings, this episode, he about to be taken out. They about to take him on out. He about to be gone. Bye, Proctor. I just knew it. I felt it. I knew it. Maybe it was just me. And tell me if you felt this way, really be. But I felt like because the way he was moving was not the regular Proctor. It was just real sloppy moving. It was just real like, okay, you just gonna let them in your house like that?
Well, I said that to you yesterday, and I said it in my review. There's no way in the world that you're going to spend the last 6 seasons convincing me that this man is a criminal attorney mastermind, yet he let something as simple as them coming to his home without a warrant. I don't give a damn to go to the bathroom. I don't care whether he thought he had nothing to lose or nothing to hide. I don't give a damn. There is no reason in the world why he was supposed to let them pass his threshold. None.
My second thing about it is this, and I didn't get this revelation until the end of the episode. If you were truly trying to hide from somebody, why the fuck would you go to Ghost House and you got a whole ass cousin over here that got his own house and you know ain't nobody getting in the cousin house because the cousin is a whole ass gangster and thug and it's about that life. Why would you not go to his house?
I did not understand why he went to ghost house.
That just doesn't make sense. If you were truly trying to get away, because the only person he could be trying to get away from was Tommy. Who else was looking for him?
And I didn't, and maybe it's me, and y'all let me know, or y'all break it down for me. I got lost in all of that, because was he gonna snitch or wasn't he gonna snitch? Because he told his cousin he wasn't gonna snitch. Then the very next thing we see is him talking to Sachs about testifying. Talking about, if you get the indictment, I'll testify. So are you testifying or not? Like, I was so confused about what was really good. I'm sorry, y'all. We should have said spoiler alert, but I figured y'all already knew. It was all over everywhere. I'm sorry, Carolyn, that you ain't know that Proctor died. My bad, boo. Yeah, Proctor dead. He dead. Dead.
Am I real dark, y'all? Let me open up these blinds.
Yes, I know. Yeah, you're right that he can't be seen associating with the cousin, but you ain't had no other options other than going to Ghost, because that wasn't a good look either.
Like, Ghost is not the safest place to go, and you got this whole ass cousin or whatever that's supposed to be all. Is that better lighting for me or no?
You were fine to me before, but if other people said you were dark.
Huh?
I said you looked. I feel like you look darker now, but flip your hat back up. Let me say this. Okay, so a couple of things. Deirdre, I'm gonna have to watch that. I'm gonna watch that trial too. Keep up with Miss Amber Geiger, little hook herself. Raphael, I never did watch that Detroit movie. Yeah, I never did watch the Detroit movie because I heard there was so many discrepancies and inconsistencies, and it was so far off from the real story that I never watched it. I read up on it, and I saw them where the members of the band did talk about what happened that night, but I did not. I didn't see it. I didn't see it, but I understand you not being able to watch it again. Yeah, spoilers. Maybe we need to put that up there. Spoilers. My bad, y'all. I thought we saw it. I thought everybody knew.
I mean, we a whole damn near 2 days since the episode got released. If you ain't seen it by now, social media has ruined it for you. I'm sorry.
That's why I don't even get on social media with stuff like that. Like, I remember when Scandal was in its heyday, I wouldn't get on if I wasn't looking at it in real time, because it'd be all on my timeline. Everybody, they quoting Mother, they quoting Daddy Pope and everything else. I said, well, I don't want to,
I still think Daddy Pope's what his greatest line was, "Come hell and hot water, and I am the hell and the hot water." I was like, yeah, I can't tell you how many times I done used that since they done put that out. Since Daddy Pope said that the first time, I live for Papa Pope. Papa Pope was my boy.
Well, you know what, Ebony? It wasn't even so much that I heard that they toned it down for the movie. I heard that they just had shit blatantly wrong. You know what I mean? That they just totally had.
In what movie?
They just Detroit, the movie Detroit.
Oh, hey, hey Regina.
What you cooking for dinner, boo?
Hey, Regina. Hey, boo.
That's what hold on a sec. Can y'all still see me while I do this?
Yeah, we see you.
Okay, I'm about to say, I asked y'all this the last time I did this. All right, I'm checking something real quick. Yeah, I'm checking something. Oh, Lord. Oh, I'm sorry. I just opened up YouTube and saw somebody put up a new video, and I'm just like, ugh. Why does YouTube put people in your suggestions who you don't want to see? And you open up YouTube and you be looking at people that you like, I don't want to watch nothing you got up here. I'm sorry. Was that wrong of me to say that?
Can we get an ugly filter for YouTube? Is there an ugly filter so I have to look at some of the ugly people?
Oh, Lord, what I do that for? What I do that for?
Child, don't get me started. Child, when people have my name in their mouth, dear God. Like, I heard Fisika Iman mention me on one of her lives. Fisika Iman, you want me in your mouth that bad? I would hate for you to choke on me, because it's enough for you to choke on.
Well, what you talking about, the Childress panel? Why would you?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you knew
Fisika
that.
Iman, you want me in your mouth that bad? It's enough for you to choke on. It'll probably be all over the YouTube screen.
El Teddy. El Teddy. That's enough. That's enough.
You better be like Jay Wilson trying to keep your coin. Keep your coin. I ain't gonna mess up your coin.
No, it's not even about messing up my coin. It ain't even about messing up my coin. You know, I ain't even tripping off of that. Well, I am, but I ain't.
Hey, it's 7:35 Eastern.
I do like to watch other people's reviews and stuff like that. That's how I found James. I mean, that's how I found a lot of people that I watch. So it's not always a bad thing, but I'm just saying sometimes some of the people they want me to look at, I'm like, oh Lord.
I still don't know how people find me, but that's a different story.
Well, no comment. Anyway. But yeah, no. So the thing with Power was, I feel the same way that you do, El Teddy. Like, I'm like, let's just go on and let this whole thing play out. But at the end of the day, I'm over it, you know, because the writing is pissing me off, because the writing is constantly questioning or making me question my you're making me think I'm stupid. Like, and I'm not stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are
my other thing is this. Here's another part where they think we stupid. If Ghost really was trying to put hands on Tariq like that, all he had to do was wait till Tasha fucking left, bust up in that room, take the door off the hinges, and give him the hands. Because at the moment, from the first time he would have called me Ghost, I would have said, "Oh,
that's what I'm saying.
Calling me Ghost? Exactly. Oh, you about to meet Ghost today." And there would have been nothing Tasha could have said to me, nothing Tasha could have did to me to make me get my hands off him. I'm telling you what I know.
Well, that's just why I put the Emmys back up there. But that's just like, okay, I agree with you. And that's just like you know, with Tasha, you mean to tell me, as much as Tasha likes the status of who she is, that when that dude rolled up on her, she didn't throw Ghost's name out there at him? Ain't no way in the world. You mean to sit here and tell me that this dude trying to get tribute off of you and you ain't about to throw Tommy's name or Ghost's name at him? Ain't no way in the world. And I understand that her and Tommy had a little falling out or whatever, but at the end of the day, y'all been friends way too long. And if you have rolled up on Tommy like, look, oh boy, it's shaking me down, and that's what I need the money for, you know, Tommy would have handled that. So again, you're insulting my intelligence by making me feel like Tasha's so weak and that her only option is that now she got to go into business with this dude. Come on, Ed. Stop it. Ain't no way in the world. And as far as Tariq is concerned, you know, the only thing that surprised me about the episode was old girl. I didn't see the double cross. I did not see that double cross coming. So that was that. And again, I think that whoever she's working for is going to be somebody we already know. I don't think it's going to be some new, because it's the end of the season. I mean, it's the end of the series. So I don't think it's going to be some new weird character that we don't know, unless that's going to be part of the storyline that carries over into the spinoff. But other than that, it's got to be somebody we already know. Maybe somebody we forgot about. Maybe somebody from past seasons. But it's got to be somebody we already kind of know.
My other thing about it is this, and I hate, and I think it was bad on the, I think it was bad on the writers and creators and 50 Cent, because 50 Cent is too stupid to figure this out. They should have never said that there was going to be a spinoff, because now, knowing that there's going to be a spinoff, there's no way for you to give me scenes and trailers making me believe that Tariq is going to be in any danger and or die. You understand what I'm saying? Had they never said that to us, I might legitimately think, oh, well, maybe he is in danger. See, I love shows like Oz or The Wire, where anybody could get it, or even Game of Thrones. Anybody could get it. They don't give a damn.
And the fact that
I feel like certain people not gonna die.
And we know that they don't have a problem killing kids because they done killed the daughter. Like, you know, you're right. They've given us that surprise factor. You know what I mean? They've given us that, you know, oh my God, I can't believe they killed that person. So we know it could happen. But you're right. You telling me there's a spinoff. We know ain't nothing about to happen to Tariq. But and then even with that whole situation, $2 million? Really? 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 Like, are we really supposed to believe $2 million? Oh yeah, I love The Wire now. I love me some The Wire.
But we don't play about The Wire. We do not play about The Wire. We do not play about The Wire. And real, I'm gonna do a 30-second sidebar on The Wire. The worst thing about The Wire, the only thing about the entirety of the show that pissed me off, what Keisha do got to die, is I hate it. And y'all tell me in the comments, I can't see them, but y'all tell me if y'all agree with me. The worst thing about The Wire was in the last season, how they killed off Omar. Because Omar was such a huge, larger than life figure on The Wire, and his death was like a blip, and you never even addressed it anymore. He was in the store buying something. Little boy, like 8 or 9 years old, comes in, shoots him. He's on the floor. We on the next scene, and we don't see no more. Bodie, who I love, by the way, Bodie had a whole episode. Remember when Bodie died? We had that whole episode with Bodie, and they went out in the park and they talked. Had whole ass episodes. And they did Omar wrong. They did Omar wasn't supposed to go out weak like that. They did my boy Omar wrong. They did my boy wrong. They did him wrong. Did Omar so wrong. So wrong.
I mean, I felt like Omar didn't need to die personally.
He didn't. And watch this. Omar, and y'all, and I know they're gonna correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. Okay, y'all gonna correct me. But I'm thinking back. Before The Wire, you never saw a black male that wasn't the effeminate black male on television. You always saw the black male you never saw the gangster ass, thugged out ass, unapologetically gay black male like Omar, who will be laid up butt ass naked with his boo and his boyfriend and take his boo and his boyfriend out to go rob the drug dealers and stuff with. First time. And you needed it.
Was the first time you saw a character like that. I mean, it was definitely now. Okay, so a couple of things in the chat. First of all, let me say hi to Raw Honest T. Dami done stepped up in the house. She said she had been driving, but she's home now. Mattress King done popped up in here. Now, Mattress King, was the Mattress King that said that she never did trust that little girl. Crispy, PB, and J.
I told you I never trusted the girl either.
You did.
We talked about it.
You told me. Jamila Marshall said Proctor's daughter is going to be the one with the power in the end. Let me tell you something. If there is a spinoff, they definitely need to bring Proctor's daughter because she done lost her mama and her daddy in a matter of 2 days. 2 days.
2 days.
And 2 days. In the room, in the house with her mama when she died and had to listen to her daddy get killed. Yo, she going to either turn into a basket case or a killer. There ain't a whole lot in the middle for her.
Listen, raw honesty. If Tommy makes it through unscathed and does not die, I will not watch anything else. I won't watch the spinoff or anything because the fact that Tommy is not dead is bad writing and is unbelievable. So if Tommy makes it unscathed and does not die, he should have been dead during season 1. I would not be watching no spinoff.
Tommy was supposed to have been dead. Tommy was supposed to have been dead. Okay, it's once again. Now let me say this. For the entirety of this show, Tommy should have been dead, but we let him get away with Tommy because the rest of the show was pretty much on point or in the ballpark. I let y'all get away with Tommy, but it ain't no way in hell Tommy's still supposed to be alive. And for real, if y'all want me to believe that Ghost was ruthless enough to go after his mentor and put his mentor in jail, set his mentor up, you mean to tell me that he wouldn't have came after Tommy a long time ago? Child, please.
They only keeping Tommy alive because he's white to placate and for the white people. But let me stop.
When he first said he was going legit and Tommy was like, nah, you ain't going legit, and it became a problem, he would have got rid of him. He'd have got rid of him then. What are you doing with your finger? You must have had a phone call.
I did have a phone call.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. When Kanan rose from the ashes like the phoenix, Yeah, he had a phone call. When Kanan rose from the ashes like the phoenix, come on, stop it. It wasn't nowhere in the world. Kanan was still supposed to be alive. And like you said, Ann made it to DC. They act like DC is a 5-minute ride to the suburbs. DC, a whole 4 or 5 hour bus, a car ride. I love The Wire. They need to bring it back. Yeah, I mean, I think The Wire served its purpose. I don't think they need to bring it back.
Even though to me the best season of The Wire was season 4 when they were at the school.
Yeah.
With the 4 boys. Oh, I love that season. Best part of that season was, remember Really BTV season 4 of The Wire when they was in the classroom and Prez was over there, couldn't control the class, and the 2 girls got to fight. The one girl pulled out the razor blade and sliced that girl down the face with it. That is real life. That is real life. If you can't control your classroom, you're going to have somebody over there leaking, telling you what I know.
And even that whole narrative of the white man coming in thinking he's gonna be the great white hope, and that all these little black kids need is a little love. Yep. They need somebody to show them that they care, and they worked his ass. Oh, they worked his ass.
Sure did. Like this gonna be an ABC after school special.
Girl, you don't know what you thinking. I mean, what you missing. That should be mandatory watching for all educators. There's a whole lot of stuff that should be mandatory watching for all educators, but not Dangerous Minds. No.
No, God, no.
And not Freedom Riders either. And as an English
teacher, I was
teacher,
just about to say Freedom Riders. Oh, child. The only thing that I could agree with on Freedom Riders was this. There was one part that was believable. Remember when she was with the husband? And was he the boyfriend? He wasn't the boyfriend.
I can't do another movie with a white lady, white man come in.
No. This don't have nothing to do with the classroom. The only thing that was believable was the part where the husband had no understanding for her in terms of how much time she put into, the job and how much it takes out of you. And they get. If you are a teacher, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your spouse, your whatever, they do get mad at you at the amount of time that you have to literally put into the lives of other people.
Yeah,
and you oftentimes do have to neglect your significant other because you have to care about other people. So, and me and you, really, we've lived that on too many occasions to name.
Yeah. That
was the only part that was believable.
Now, Shawnette, I put your comment up because I agree with you 100%. Proctor should have at least hit Tommy once. At least once. And I ain't saying he had to kill him, but could he at least get a nick on the arm? Something. And what would have been perfect is if there had been some of Tommy's blood in the apartment and the police, like, come on, give me something, y'all. Give me something. Oh,
because y'all want me to believe that Tommy is coming in the goddamn house with M80s. They live in a high-rise apartment now, so nobody above them, underneath them, on the side of them heard none of this that was going on. Nobody thought to call the police. This motherfucker is spraying people. Okay. He is unloading magazines.
Why did he bring that much firepower? Like, why? That was overkill at its best. Why did he feel the need?
He bringing whole magazines for one person.
You knew you were making a surprise attack. You knew they didn't know you were coming. You knew you were sneaking in through the back door. What? You knew Ghost wasn't there. So what in the world? Why was all that even necessary?
Now, mind you, minutes earlier, you managed to bring the silencer for the other lady. You had the whole silencer for the girl, but over here with Proctor, you over here like you in Baghdad and we in the middle of Desert Storm and you taking out a whole bunch of army of people. I mean, he's unloading magazines and nobody heard that and nobody called the police. Girl, bye.
Like you said, but he took the silencer to the hood to kill the witness who was really Tommy. Again, that's what I'm saying. The writing is just
do better. And I think that I'm gonna tell you what happened. And we talked about this. I think they'll write and tape an episode, and later on, somebody might say to them, y'all know that ain't gonna really make sense. And so they try to make up for their mistakes in earlier writing. Because that's how I felt about the little girl, Effie. It was no way that you gonna tell me 1 minute this little girl going in on Tariq talking about something. Oh, you can't be selling here. Oh, I ain't about this. Oh, you doing an injustice to us black people here. This, that, and the third. And 2 seconds later, oh, can I sell drugs with you? Wait, what? You want me to believe that Tariq is this criminal mastermind that's just going to jump into the drug system and automatically have it all figured out? Like he over here nilly-willy telling his goofy-ass white boy roommate to go sell drugs for him and thinking that nobody's going to find out? Girl, bye. I'm done with the power.
I mean, I don't think anybody was surprised that he got caught. Like I'm surprised it took them that long to catch him. Like, dude, you was sloppy from the word go. Your whole operation was sloppy. The fact that you kept the drugs in your room with your roommate who you had selling for you, like all that was sloppy from the word go. It's no way. His roommate should have never been his partner. Well, not even his partner, his employee. Like all of that was sloppy from the word go. I mean, that's drug dealing 101. Biggie told y'all. Biggie said it in the 10 crack commandments. Never sell out where you live. You don't never sell where you lay your head. Are you crazy? You don't mix family with this shit. Are you crazy?
And then the white boy was sloppy enough to bring people to the room, and then you after that say, "Oh, well, why don't you go sell with me?" That shit don't even make sense. Don't make no sense.
How about the shop would have been shut down the day he showed up and brought customers to our room? That would have been the end of that right there. Like that, I'd have been like, you know what? I don't have no more. We're done. I ain't got no more. I'm out. All I got is baby aspirin. That's all I got. Can we talk about the baby aspirin? Can we talk about the baby aspirin?
Because you think, wait a minute.
Baby aspirin ain't even that big. Did you see how big them pills were? You show me a baby that's taking them damn pills.
But baby, the thing about it was, when you looked at the 2 pills, the real pills didn't have anything on it. The baby aspirin had the little divider in the middle of it, the little line in the middle of it, where you can chop it in half if you need to. You know what I'm saying? All pills are made differently. Some pills have numbers on it. Some pills have letters on it. Some pills have the little divider in the middle so that you can be able to differentiate between your pills and know what is what.
Come on, differentiation. Come on,
Lord.
differentiation.
What we supposed to believe that Tariq is that smart.
Tell them, Carolyn, all I got is some Excedrin. You got a headache. That's all I got. I don't have nothing.
Okay, come on, pampering. Baby, I ain't heard about pampering since the late 80s. Baby, I ain't heard about a pampering since the late 80s.
Who is taking
You might as well break out some Bear. Bear don't want no parts of that either. Come on, Bear.
Ooh, that's the Bear. Oh my
Shoot.
God.
We're bringing a little closer with Excedrin.
All right, give me a second, y'all. I'm gonna be back in like 2 and 2. What they say, 2 and 2. When I come back, hey, hey, Nesta Pinky, baby aspirin has the heart on it. Okay, see, I don't even know that. Nesta said baby aspirin got a heart on it. So again, what made you think you was getting away with the baby aspirin, Tariq? And then wait a minute, why the dean gonna say? And this is how Tariq really thought he was smart, and he really thought he had the answers to everything. The dean gonna say, yeah. A pharmacist have been noticing that you've been buying up a young kid had been buying up a whole lot of. Tariq talking about some baby aspirin. That's all it was baby aspirin. Oh, you thought that was gonna get you off? That's
right.
And like the dean said, did they think they were buying baby aspirin? No. So the intent is the same. Whether you were actually selling, that was the intent. You dumbass.
And baby, I was here for the D when Tasha tried to say, well, can you give him, you know, he been through a lot. Can you give him a second chance? Baby, this is his second chance. And he's expelled. There's nothing for us to talk about. Grab what you need, baby. We will send you the rest. Thank you for coming. Please drive safely.
But what second chance did he think he was getting ready to get? The boy is selling drugs. Do you know how many federal
on campus?
Do you know how many federal offenses Hello. Now,
You
Rodell
better be
said,
glad we ain't called the authorities. Your second chance was us not calling the authorities to have him put in jail.
okay.
Okay?
All right. Now, look, y'all. The question is this, and I'm going to come back in 2 and 2. The question for the chat is this. So this is premiere week. All the shows that are coming back, and there's a couple of new shows that's going to be starting this week. Y'all put in the chat what show that you are most happiest coming back, or excited, or looking forward to coming back, and what shows that you've been seeing the previews for summer that you like. Oh shoot, I can't wait to see this show. I'll be right back. 2 and 2. Y'all tell me in the chat. Teddy, I know you can't see the chat. My bad.
But I'm about to go left. Now that you're leaving, I'm going left.
Oh Lord, Teddy, don't make me mute you.
Too late.
Teddy.
Now that Really BTV is going. Speaking of what we are looking forward to, just a couple weeks ago was Black Gay Pride in Atlanta. And generally, for those of us who are connoisseurs of porn, you know, late September, early October is when all the good stuff come out, because all of the good Black gay porn stars are together in Atlanta for Black Gay Pride, and they're gonna start to put out all the good stuff in on their channels and stuff like that, which means that we're gonna be all over my Vidster and all that stuff to be able to get it free. And oh, she's back.
What you say, Teddy? What did you? I couldn't hear what you. You look guilty. What were you saying?
Oh, nothing. Oh, nothing. I didn't even get to finish my thought, dear God.
All right, let me see what you're saying.
You might want to private this video afterwards, dear Lord.
How to Get Away with Murder. You know it's the final season, so yeah, This Is Us. I need to get caught up on This Is Us.
I can't follow This Is Us because y'all ain't gonna have me crying every week. Nope, not doing it.
I want to see the rap show on Netflix with Cardi B. I ain't even know nothing about that. Okay, I gotta look because I like me some Cardi B. I love Cardi.
I need somebody to give me their password and username for Hulu so I can watch the show with the new show with Wu-Tang Clan. I want to see the Wu-Tang story. That's on Hulu.
I have Hulu. I'll let you use my Hulu, but I need to watch it too. Drag Race UK. I'm just ready for Drag Race because you know they're going to do the same thing they did last year, Abby, where they're going to do All Stars and then a new season back to back. So once Drag Race starts, it's going to be Drag Race for like 6 months. Empire. You really looking forward to Empire? I'm looking forward to being.
I'm not looking forward to that mess.
No, my Vinsters and what you talk about, El Teddy, that people talking about for fans only pages? El Teddy.
Nothing.
Abby.
I talked about Labor Day.
Abby.
And the fact that Labor Day happened and people had a good time during Labor Day. Praise God. From whom all blessings flow.
Okay, because I see now somebody just snitched on you. I ain't gonna put them on blast and put them in the chat. Somebody
go back and watch.
Somebody said that you weren't here promoting porn.
I was not promoting porn. I just said this is the time of year where if you are a connoisseur of porn, specifically Black gay, late September, early October, there will be a lot of good features because all of them were in Atlanta together for Black Gay Pride, and you're going to see some of your favorites together. So we'll be all over my Vidster. We're not going to OnlyFans or Just for Fans because you got to pay for that. But my Vidster is free. Just saying.
Oh, they snitched on you. They snitched on you.
Ain't they snitching? I can snitch on myself. Y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't right.
Yeah, I want to see who's this. Dang. I want to see. So there's a new show coming on tonight on CBS called All Rise. It's about a Black lady lawyer. I think it's like.
I should let you know it's 8:00 Eastern. Just want you to know it's 8:00 Eastern.
No, I'm about to get up. I'm wrapping it up right now. But thank you, boo. But I'm wrapping it up right now. So we have that. We have matter of fact, hold on. We have that. We have of course, yeah, all Chicago PD, Law and Order SUV. This Is Us. I'm trying to think of what was a new show that was coming on that I said I wanted to see. Oh, it's a new show. It's coming on tonight on hold on, y'all. Hold on. Because the game is on. Hold on, yeah, I'm about to wrap this up. It comes on tonight on NBC. I keep wanting to say the channel, but it's not the same everywhere. But it's, again, I like legal shows, so it's a legal show as well. And it's called, hold on, let me look it up. Let me I put all this stuff in my DVR at the beginning of the year, y'all. That's why, child, I be having so much stuff in my DVR. It's ridiculous. Somebody said The Voice. You know what? I like the premise of The Voice, but I'm too much of a soft heart. Bluff City Law. So I'm looking forward to Bluff City Law. Yeah, it's called All Rise. Bull starts its new season. I like Bull. I like Madam Secretary. Of course, all the NCISs. I love all the NCISs.
I'm mad they canceled Designated Survivor because I actually like that show.
Well, it's on Netflix. They have new episodes on Netflix, but it's not
Designated Survivor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Netflix picked it up. It's a whole new season on Netflix.
Oh, I need to go watch that then.
New Amsterdam. Yeah, I got to get caught up on New Amsterdam. I didn't see all of New Amsterdam last season. I missed like the last 4 or 5 episodes last season because y'all remember when I had to upgrade my DVR? A lot of stuff I hadn't watched and it was in my DVR. Oh yeah, you know what Bob loves? Abishala, the guy from oh shoot, what was that show with Melissa McCarthy? Oh shit, y'all know who I'm talking about. Somebody gonna put it in the chat. Carolyn Alexander is just watching Power. She talking about some damn Proctor ratted out Tommy. He did rat out Tommy, but Tommy needs to be ratted out. See, this goes back to that whole Tekashi 6ix9ine stuff. Everybody don't need your loyalty. Everybody doesn't need the whole no snitching. Tommy has done way too much to too many people, and he has moved too sloppy. He need to get caught. And Proctor ain't need to go down on that sword. Like, be careful what sword you want to fall on, because he ain't the one. But you see that he cleared Ghost. You see, he was very clear to let Sax know it was not Ghost. Mike and Molly. Y'all know I was going to say Mork and Mindy, right? Mike and Molly. Mm-hmm.
Come on, Mork and Mindy. Nanu.
Right. Nanu. Is there going to be a new season of what's the black superhero?
Black Lightning?
Black Lightning. Are they doing another season?
I don't know how I felt about the ending of last season. Because what's his name went to jail? The little albino guy went to jail.
I didn't like the way they ended The Good Wife, and I didn't like when they killed old dude on The Good Wife. It seemed like the show was never the same after they killed Will, and I don't know if that particular person was leaving the show or they meant to kill him. Oh, I'm looking forward to Mixish, Blackish and Mixish. Yeah. So what were you saying about how you feel about Black Lightning? What were you saying? I'm sorry.
It felt like they didn't expect it to come back because old boy, I can't think of his name. The albino guy got arrested. Remember?
Yeah, but I mean, he's been arrested before. Like,
no, but remember they arrested him and locked him in. They found out everything that he did. They locked him in the little extreme maximum security by himself, and he didn't go to county jail. These were the feds. If you remember, they had him all chained up and all of this foolishness.
Black Lightning is coming back. That's what the chat is telling me. So, yeah, I know they had them all chained up and stuff, but I'm not convinced about that. Like, I ain't convinced about that. Anyway, y'all, we got to get ready to shut this down, y'all. I've enjoyed it. Thank you, El Teddy, for coming through. Yeah, 911. Yeah, 911 comes on tonight, and I definitely got that in my my DVR. I like 911. And see, these are the shows that I like to watch that I don't review. I just enjoy watching them. I'm gonna
stop Deshaun because on the gentleman's panel, Deshaun kept doing my.
Yeah, he sure did. Like he did.
I'm cussing out.
No, what Pennyworth? Is that coming on like Netflix or something? Where is that coming on, Pennyworth? The story about Bruce Wayne's butler. I could watch a season of that. I don't know. I see which direction it goes, but I could sign up to watch a season or two of that.
I don't want to hear about Bruce Wayne, Butler. I want to hear about what's his name? The gay guy who was in Grease. John Travolta's butler. That's who I want to hear from, his butler or his maid, about all his antics and escapades. Because I'm sure John Travolta have a story.
You see how you always just go left? You see how you just always go left?
I'm sure other people would like to know as well. Let the chat decide. Let the chat tell you they don't want to know what John Travolta got going on in that good house. Dear God.
Here's El Teddy tell the story. Yeah, I'm waiting to hear what Pennyworth is coming out. Anyway, so yeah, it's a few other shows I'm sure I'll think of. Yeah, that'll never come out. You're right. He paid way too much money. See, the good celebrities have good non-disclosures and they pay good money. And so people, it's funny to me. This is going left, and I'm not going to go down this whole road because I do have to get off of here. But I find it very interesting. People crack me up when they act like these people that are maids and butlers for these celebrities or for these really, really rich folk, like they don't get paid. Do you know that you pay for silence? You pay for loyalty. These people get paid good money because you'll never hear no stories. And the few people that do tell stories and the people that they ain't get paid right. And you have to vet people too, especially if you want to let them into your inner. You got to vet these people. Loyalty is not underrated. I'm telling you. It is not underrated. Anyway, y'all, I ain't trying to start a whole nother conversation. Okay, Pennyworth started on July 28th on Channel Epic. Where do you find Channel Epics? I don't have no Epics channel. Where you find that thing at? Y'all, let me get out of here. Ebony, you can text me that answer. I gotta get off of here, y'all. I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. Okay, yeah. Let me go. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm not gonna see y'all until Thursday night over at El Teddy's bar. He'll be pouring drinks and much laughter. And I will see y'all there. Peace.
Peace.
They have an app. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up. Epics has an app. I'm gonna have to look up the app. All right, I'm out.